In today's video on Better Electrically, we are going to discuss, is it good to go ahead and go out and buy an electric car, or should you continue driving your current car? It depends on how you stance on it. But before we continue on this video, I would appreciate it if you could like and or subscribe to be able to see future content. Go ahead and leave me a comment down in below if you like this video. If not, give me a thumbs down and tell me what I could do to make these videos better. Now, let's get on with the video. Should you go out and buy a brand new electric car, or should you continue driving the current car you have? It depends on your standpoint. If you are more for environmental reasons, then it would be better to drive the current vehicle you have now instead of going out to buy a brand new or even used electric car. And the reason behind that is in the trade-off. Further down the road, after assembly, yes, electric cars are better for the environment than current gas vehicles. But if your current gas vehicle actually still goes and drives, it would be worse for the environment to just go and, let's say, scrap it, if that's what route you're taking, but you may be selling it to someone else, and if that's the case, then kudos. You're making a better choice for your future. But if you're not planning on it and you're just planning on keeping it, instead of just letting it sit there and rust away till there's nothing left, go ahead and drive the vehicle for many more years. And then when it can't really go no more, if that's when it's time to let the vehicle go, then I would highly recommend going to get an electric vehicle then. If you're not really environmental, which a lot of people that drive electric aren't, I can't say that for a fact, but not everyone does buy an electric car for the environment. They buy an electric car because they're fun, they're zippy little cars, and they're much cheaper. Now, granted, upfront costs, usually electric cars are more expensive, but with the advancements in battery technology, more and more cars are getting affordable. And I do love Teslas, so I will mention Teslas. In the beginning, the only vehicle they made was the Tesla Roadster, which is over a $200,000 car. Then they went to the Model S, which was still around $70,000, $80,000, way too much for the average consumer. Then with the Model X, and finally, shortly after in 2016, which people did purchase and put reservations down, they did have to wait a couple more years before they get it. But when it finally started rolling down the road in 2018, they were around $39,000. Granted, the $35,000 base model that they had originally talked about, you couldn't get at the current date, and it was only an off-the-shelf item. You had to go to a dealer or showroom just to be able to purchase one of these types of vehicles at $35K. Granted, $39,000, $40,000, we'll say, is still not really cheap for the average consumer. But compared to other gas vehicles, especially them higher trims, you're still looking close to spending about $39,000 to $40,000. And nowadays, there's been recent surveys that have pointed out most people are getting loans for $40,000 to $45,000 vehicles. So why not spend the extra money if you're planning for a loan to go ahead and go electric? You will have a lot less maintenance cost, and it'll be a lot less cheaper than gas. If you don't feel fully comfortable with going fully electric, there's no harm there. There are other options, along with the hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. But if I was going electric, I wouldn't really go towards those, because that's not really electricity, it's hydrogen. I would go for a hybrid, and there is the non-plug-in and plug-in hybrids, which I did do a video on, and I will leave a link to that video in the description below. But that just pretty sums up this video. Is it better going electric in the beginning? That depends on your current situation. If you're an environmentalist, then I would hold off until your current car has ran its course. If not, and you're just wanting an extra car to drive, maybe back and forth to work or in town, then definitely go ahead and purchase an electric vehicle. They are fun cars. I do not currently own one. I do hope to one day. I'm actually in the process of working on a goal of reaching to be able to purchase a Tesla Model 3 and maybe even a Tesla Cybertruck. But let me know what you think. Should people go electric? or should they stick with just purchasing ICE vehicles? I'll leave that choice up to you. Just let me know down in the comments, but I'll see you in the next video when we're all better electrically.